Halloween Horror Nights 2025 is in full swing, marking its 34th terrifying year of operation. From 6 p.m. till 2 a.m., the park is transformed into a twisted image of itself. Sound stages are turned into haunted houses, and stretches of the park become themed scare zones, where performers, called scare actors, prowl around looking for someone to frighten half to death. This year, Universal rolled out a brand new feature. For $20, parkgoers can purchase the Deathly Afraid necklace, a light-up lanyard that tells scare actors to leave them alone. Some fans of the event have very strong opinions about the inclusion of this new feature. Speaking as a 3-time attendee, I'll admit, my first thought was, doesn't that defeat the purpose? It's no skin off my back if someone doesn't like the thrill of being jump-scared, but that is a big chunk of the Horror Nights experience. I actually have a lot of friends that I thought would benefit from the necklace, but I kinda had to wonder if they wouldn't be totally bored. So to find out, I invited them.
My name is Sophia. I am 23 years old. I am a horror fan, but I'm also kind of a scaredy cat.
Hi, my name is Kat, and I am 25. I don't really trust people when they say it's like, oh, it's not that scary, because what's scary for you might be different for me.
My name is May, and I'm 24 years old. I tend to be okay with jump scares because I can't. It's just some guy in a costume.
About one necklace and set them loose in the park to see if they would still have fun. Here's how that went.
When we got there, it was already kind of dark. Like, the sun had just gone down. I didn't have that kind of chance to warm up a little bit as the lights were starting to dim. Having the necklace, especially directly entering that park into the immediate scare zone, had helped warm up. The jump scares are common and frequent with it, like walking around the park, but it's not so common and so frequent that it feels like everyone's getting, a jump scare. And you can also see it happen in front of you, Like, you're not protected from that, obviously.
When we first walked into the first scare zone, I didn't have the necklace on. I grossly misunderestimated how certain effects were going to impact me. So, like the chainsaws, for example, the use of chainsaws that a lot of the scare actors had. I quickly made a beeline for the sidewalk because I knew that was like one of the safe zones. Very quickly soon after, I put on the necklace.
So if the sidewalk rule is still in effect, what's the point of the necklace?
There are some scare zones that don't have very easily delineated sidewalks. Like, for example, this year, the Crooked Cat Lady Corner, even when we were on the sides and not like the sidewalk, the scare actors were coming in from that side. I also liked that you could interact with the scare actors in a way that wasn't like, so I'm just here to jump scare you. Especially with how elaborate Halloween Horror Nights is with their storytelling and their set design and stuff like that. You could actually appreciate all of the work that went into making Halloween Horror Nights without being in constant fear.
With the necklace on, it seemed as though there were some scare actors that took that opportunity to kind of still stay into character while interacting with me. And I really appreciated that, and I had a lot of fun with that.
Did you have a favorite interaction with a scare actor?
It was the 1920 section in the fake New York setting. The kind of plot of the area was sludge, toxic sludge has gone throughout the city and is turning people into monsters. There was a scare actor that had an old-timey camera, and he noticed that I had out my disposable camera. It was just this really, really fun moment of yes-anding each other. It really felt like I was walking around a scary Renfest. And again, as someone who really likes horror and really likes a lot of elements of horror and everything, that was just really fun.
So not wanting to get scared didn't stop Soph or Kat from having fun.
I know that's kind of the point of being a Halloween Horror Nights, is to get scared. But I did turn off the necklace for a bit, and I felt comfortable to walk around.
What about May, who didn't use the necklace at all?
I expected the scare actors to be a little bit more aggressive. I don't know if my experience was just different because I was around people who had the scare necklace. If I was walking in between Soph and Kat, then the way that they approached me was very, very tame.
Like May, I only got subtler scares that wouldn't get the whole group. If you're a huge thrill seeker going with Deathly Afraid friends, I do recommend safely walking in front of your friends to get the most out of your experience.
So this is the lanyard.
There's light number 1. Here's light number 2. I liked that it lit up and that it was super visible. I also liked that it was like not absolutely ugly, you know? Like it had a good design to it, without it being so like I'm a weenie, you know?
If people do get that sort of like weird sense of shame about wanting to like horror things, but being deathly afraid, I think this is a good way of just kind of like overcoming that because it's such a cool design.
I don't think that it's like a terrible price, you know. $20 for something to continue to use, and also it's like a bit of memorabilia, I think is not terrible. I think 15 would have probably been reasonable for me.
Do you think that you would go again next year?
I would. That was a lot of fun.
I think I will definitely go next year.
Yeah, I do want to make Halloween Horror Nights like a regular thing. I'd probably use the necklace again, especially to like warm up and then probably put it away.
As for May,
I was happy with my experience. I was very satisfied. That experience of being like jumped at and being a little bit more like being like frightened like that, it's an adrenaline rush. And then two, because your body doesn't know that it's not real, and then like you survive it, it gives you that dopamine. So it's just kind of like, oh, that was fine. It's like a roller coaster. But I do wish I made more time for more houses.
sounds to me like she had a pretty typical experience after all. Do you think you'd still come back if they didn't have the option at all?
Yeah, yeah. Seeing how different it was from my expectation, um, with that little kind of like safety guardrail was very informative for me personally.
I'm like, okay, I know what this is now. I know how the experience is going to be. And so even if they don't bring it back, I will still go. I hope that if they don't, I hope they still honor the people who bring back the necklace. I was talking with my mother about it. She brought up something that I didn't think about, but how good the necklaces help people who like potentially have like health issues as well, like things when it comes to like being careful about their high blood pressure or stuff with their heart. It's really good accessibility feature for I think a lot of people.
I was surprised that I couldn't find any official page on the Universal website about the necklaces. They're not marketed as an accessibility feature, just an option. A $20 option. This is where my umbrage with the Deathly Afraid necklace lies. I think it's a good experiment, and I do hope it comes back, but free, as an official accessibility option. I'm confident saying that because I didn't think the event was watered down by the presence of necklace wearers. The scare actors did an incredible job of playing to two very different crowds, and I still got my scares while fulfilling the fantasy of going to horror nights with my friends. It's all about balancing needs, which is a lot like a normal day at a theme park. Maybe not all your friends like roller coasters, but that doesn't stop them from enjoying the ambiance while you're on a ride, or in my case, the Fallout House. Overall, the Deathly Afraid necklace made sure that I didn't have to break the cardinal rule of going to Halloween Horror Nights. Never go alone. For Heated South Florida, this is Riano. Happy Halloween.